Hello guys, and welcome to the complete Android developer course. In this tutorial, we will create a resources app that deals with the folders like layout, styles, strings, colors, map, and drawable. So you will understand all concepts by creating this app. If you are new to our channel, you are welcome to subscribe and join our community. So let's start making our amazing app. Let's create a new project. Let's name our app resources app. And what is drawable folder? As we see in the presentation and the first lecture, it is for drawable folders is inside the resources folder that contains the images, graphics, and other shapes. So we need in this tutorial we'll see the shapes. So these are the shapes of written in XML. We are going now to see the different types that drawable can contain. So I will copy this PNG. This is our app, the logo and icon. This is a PNG. You can download it from Play Store. It is Master Android Pro. And I will select, paste in drawable folder and choose this. It is now available. So if you in the next videos about image view, we and before videos we learn about image views. Now let's create a new resource folder that is written in XML. So this is the shape of the button, and I've created a shape of buttons that are written in that is available to download with the course. So go to download these for this drawables, and I will copy paste this. Now this is we created a shape of a button written in XML. Now back to our main activity layout. I will just edit the text and put it a title for our app. Let's rename it like welcome. So I renamed and edit the text as welcome to resources app, and I will increase the size. I will rename this as a resource app. Okay, which is good. Now back to, in order to use the shape of button, the resource folder that we've file that we've created, we drag a button from the panel. The default view or default shape of the button is here. So I will call this button as a normal button. Now I will drag and drop another button that I need to custom its shape. So I drag it, constraint it, and I will edit its background and its text. Now custom button, and in order to use the shape of button XML, we need to use it as a background. So we see at its drawable, and it's okay, it took the effect. So now we can use the shape of button XML. So we can edit some of its components, like removing the solid because it's background white background, it does not make a difference. I will change the background, of the constraint layout. I will choose a color, whole green. Okay, so you see that there is a solid white color inside the app, inside the button. We need to remove it, so we remove the solid as we did before, and here we go. It's now transparent. Now we want to increase the stroke, the edges width. So I will make it 4 dp, so it took the effect, and I will change the color to make it uh, uh, black. And now we can also remove this, and here we go, it is resetted, but we need the corners for better user interface. So till now we learned about how to create a custom shape for the button. Now we can edit also them, and just by making them a background, just putting background, pressing background and selecting our shape of button. Now let's run, and here is our app. It's for black corners, and there is corners and black tape. Now let's drag another button, and I need to I'm going to make another shape for this button to show you. There is a lot of many button shapes that you can create, and you can search for, but these shapes are already found in the down and available for download in the course descriptions and course materials. Now let's create a new drawable resource file. Let's say this file is called shape of button number 2, and let's copy and paste these codes. They are available. Oops, they are the same as before. Let's see, and making the background of them looks like the shape button number 2. Okay, they are the same as before because I am pasting the same code, shape number 2. Okay, let's configure. I've pasted the same code back to the Word, and this I will copy, then paste, and here we go. This is our button. Now let's edit the text inside it to make the difference, and there is contrast. Oh, hooray, it's our new button and button shape. So I'm going to edit it by making paddings. So paddings make a small margins between the text and the layout itself. You can increase the padding. Now let's see. We can also remove this fill color of the button. We can remove it, and it is our shape. So we can edit the shape as you need, as you like to introduce to your users. Now let's go and run the app and see how it's look on the real app. We can choose the stroke, can change the strokes and the colors. We will learn in next couple of next videos. Don't worry, we'll learn about colors in Android Studio. And let's run. Okay, because I missed the 15 dp, and now let's click run, and it's running perfectly. Now let's see the layout folder. In layout, click new and new resource file, and here we will create a layout for our app. I will call it layout underscore number 2. But make sure for notice that layout folder does not accept uppercases and numbers and spaces, sorry. And let's create, this is the layout number 2. It is a linear layout. So in order to convert it to constraint, we right click and we click on convert to constraint layout, and here we go, it is now a constraint layout. So thanks for Android Studio for constraint layouts, which is powerful, and we've learned before sections about it. Now let's edit this text and put it, this is the second screen, this is the layout file. So now let's it is the same, just making some edits for the text. It is, I will make it 36 sp, and now we go back to the activity main XML, and we see that there are two different layouts. So back to MainActivity.java. In order to set which layout you can use for your activity, we use set content view r.layout and your layout. So I will change the layout of our main activity from activity main to layout underscore 2, which is the new layout that we've created. Now this is put it now, and let's run. And here we go, this is the second layout. So Android Studio put the layout number 2 as a main screen for the main activity. So back to the activity main, running back, and this is our layout. In map folder, if we open it, we have the ICL launcher icons. So these are the icons for our app. So now let's click on new and new image asset, and let's edit the icon for our app. So you can use foreground, background, and legacy. And foreground, I will use you can use trim, and I will increase the size of the icon. So now I've increased this, and icon with same name where already exists will override it. So click OK and finish. These icons will be replaced, and this is the final app icon. So this was our previous or old app icon. Now let's click run. Our app is running now. Let's see, and this is the icon, this is the new icon. We will continue the rest folder, and let's see the values. The values folder contains 3: colors, strings, and styles. Let's start with colors. colors file or XML file. You can create the colors that you want with using the color code. So let's create a new color. I will name it as blue, and I will copy put here your code of colors, and every color in the world have its RGB or hex code. So now I will go to Google and Google for colors hex or colors codes, and let's see this website colorcode.com. I personally prefer color hex. Okay, it is down. There are a lot of websites. This is the color dash hex, and I will scroll down and let's see. This is I will copy this code, and I will put it here, paste, and there is the new color is created. Now back to the main activity. I will create a new text and assign the color for it. So you will learn how to create we've learned how to create colors, and now we are going to learn how to use these colors. So I've made this text view, and I will rename it as colorful text, and I will increase the text size for 30. And in order to assign the color for the color text, I choose the text color from what attribute. And if this is under the project, there is a blue color created. So here we go. Now we did it. So we assign a new color to our text view. So let's run and see how the changes works on the real app. And here we go. This is our app. Now let's create a color arrays. Color arrays, we can use them for making making a new or we can use a lot of arrays, a lot of items inside this array for changing the colors of something, or changing the background, changing or in color gradients, and many other types. So now we go to strings. Strings inside the values are very important, because you can assign or assign for text view its resources as strings. So whenever you type you type the text inside the text view, it will be linked to the strings folder, so a string file. So let's create a new string, text title, and welcome to res folder on resources app. This is our string. It's named text underscore title, and I will go to this text, and I will scroll down till here. So Android hard-coded string is not preferable in Android Studio. So we click on the text, and we search for text underscore title, which is the second here, and we click on OK. So Android now this text view will get its text. This text view will get its text from strings resources file, because and they are translatable. You can translate them in many languages, and the Android system detects the language or local and display the corresponding language or text language inside for the user. So it's very important, and I prefer and I recommend using this method when making any text and using strings as their resources. So now let's see the styles file, which is the third third item in the values. This is for the theme of app. So you see there is many colors for the primary, the accent, and the primary dark. I will change now the color accent. So think of styles as themes for the app. So I will copy this color, and I will change the color for primary. And here we go. The toolbar is changed. And you can create styles, and we will later on we'll see how to create how to create themes and full screens and hidden toolbar, hidden app bar, hidden notification bar, and we will in next videos. Don't worry, till now we've created and learned many things and the basics for Android. Now we also can edit. We can edit these colors and see what's happening. Okay, we've edited the notification bar. Thank you guys. See you in next videos. Keep coding, keep learning. Thank you. So in this tutorial, we will learn about the orientation for the layouts. So back to our resources app, we go here for orientation preview and we click it. We choose landscape. This is our app in landscape mode. Thanks for constraint layout for making this great variation that having like layouts still or the widget still in the same position or approximately arranged in a good manner when using portrait mode. So now let's go to portrait mode, and then we click the same button and create landscape variation. Landscape variation. If you look here at the layout, so the layouts have been created a new folder containing the two layouts, one for the portrait and the second for the landscape. So the portrait is here and the landscape is here. So now let's edit the landscape mode. So let's colorful text. You are in landscape mode or layout. Now let's hit run and see what's happening. Okay, so now this is our app. Moving it, and I will click here the emulator. This is for orientation, not this. Okay, directional pad. Where is displays? Okay, let's see if it is enabled. Okay, here it is, the and here we go. It is oriented. So when the user click, it will reoriented in the same or in landscape mode. So let's because it is a very big display, the text is hidden. Now let's move it up and let's try. Okay, now if you click rotate back, that a new layout will be formed. So that the trick here, that the landscape mode have is different from the portrait. So the when the Android app launched, it will be created as portrait. Then if the user tilt or oriented the phone to landscape, it will create and use the another layout found in this. You can edit this, but make sure that these components that don't miss any component in the landscape. So don't delete this button, and you declared it in Java. So you may have errors. So this is for landscape mode, and now let's see click this button, and UI mode. You can check these are for layouts, and night mode, you can check for the night mode. You can check whatever, like create a tablet variation and or create other. So you can create a lot of layouts specific for dimensions, for country code, network code, local size, ratios, screen height, and others. Thank you guys. This is for layout, orientations, and landscape and attribution. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.